teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
He be chewing clock like a motherfucker, too. So he did it.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing on first down. Blair. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So he got free at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Man, start notifying me now. Don't notify me now.
Looking to throw on second down. Blair.
Give me that shit.
Heavy traffic and
give me your shit, nigga. Valentine. You can't do that when somebody runs 92 speed, 93 acceleration, 6'3".
At their own 47-yard
Picked off.
line. Certainly
Pick
not
the
how they
fuck
envisioned
off.
ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Pick the fuck off.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And his first pass is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
Pick 6.
And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Yeah, he didn't do it that time. He stayed to something different.
Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Sturgis adds the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Let's go, come on.
They begin with a run by Davis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun. Rodgers. A dump off for Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
Rodgers now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Can I get 2 swings? I need a double swing.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Liz.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Underneath here to Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 and...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack, and
now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Wow, bro.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Box it.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Blair. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, Blair. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Blair. Wide open receiver complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Gordon on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A toss play. Gordon twisting away. And he's
Are you kidding me, man?
Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man right side is Shark. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Turn out to what? Shit, that's been off the what's the name? He don't turn it on until after this week.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Oh, my God. Here, Rodgers.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yeah. That's right.
On 1st and 10, Blair. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Throw left side complete. That's Knight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Knight. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Here's Rodgers. And Davis with it left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Underneath to Davis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking for... He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency.
He went up 21-0.
Relaxed enough to get it done.
Right. Now that I figure out what I can throw on him and run, because he's coming down on that run now.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. With their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
34 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Ohio! Ohio! Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Gotta run it.
Running left, it's Gordon on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
2nd and 15, hold
so
bitch.
On the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league.
Holding, bitch.
Blockers are asked to do it a lot in college, so it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They run it here with Thompson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
What you gonna do? It's a whole quarter left of football. Huh? All right.
From the gun, Blair.
No.
Going deep for the
Get the fuck out of here, man.
A big 30-yard play on third.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Oh, look, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
Come on, man, we can't hold nobody.
And down he goes again.
No fucking block, bro.
For a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
That's fine, yeah.
Now Rodgers gotta have this one. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Gerald McCoy in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen.
Fine, yeah.
Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Rodgers going to throw. A dump off for Davis. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a third down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Chiefs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Inside.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Hard throw, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Staying on his feet. And he comes back with one complete. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
That's fine. Yeah. Jumbo!
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's Hill, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on fourth and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back to throws. Blair, throw left side, complete. That's Little. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook.